Marliee Fiebig, TJ Holmes' estranged wife, is finally breaking her silence and talking about this divorce and the level of disrespect of TJ Holmes and Amy Robach, who's someone she considered a sister, their public behavior recently. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, your #1 source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So we've been following this Good Morning America 3 affair that happened between TJ Holmes and Amy Robach, who have since been pulled off the air of their show, GMA3. They have not returned yet because, according to reports, the ABC News president has been conducting an investigation to see what may have went down, but they also said that these two did not break any company policies. However, TJ Holmes and some of his alleged philandering ways, his former affair with a GMA producer and someone else at Good Morning America, they're investigating. This investigation has gone on for a while now. TJ Holmes, the last time we reported on this story, has filed for divorce from Marliee Fiebig. Marliee has a very interesting career past that we have to unpack. Stay with me, though. So we just reported on TJ Holmes filing for divorce. However, according to the Daily Mail, we still do not have confirmation of this in the courts, which part of the reason when we talked about this, we didn't talk about how did he file for this? Was it for irreconcilable differences? Who knows? Who knows? Once we get more of that information, we're going to unpack this. And if you missed my episode on the podcast, Kempire Radio, shameless plug, but it's worth listening to. Hey, Amy. I talk about something that I haven't talked about anywhere else because the plot thickens when you look at the past of TJ Holmes and you look at the past of Amy Robach. These two are made for each other.
Move, your dirty blood clot, you bad-minded witch, you wicked demonic serpent, you.
I wish them both luck. Anyways, so Marliee Fiebig has been very silent in regards to this whole situation, but finally she is speaking out. And I said this in one of my videos covering the story. I says, it all copacetic and it's all good until Marliee paints the clear picture of, no, we were working on our marriage. No, this whole situation, his behavior, his public prancing with this woman I considered a friend and a sister at one point has been disrespectful. So she has released an exclusive statement to the Daily Mail, who was the one who had all the receipts of the Amy and TJ Holmes affair. So let's get into the story time. Did you go grab a snack? If you didn't, take some time, pause the video, grab a snack. We got to get into Marlie's work history and what she's saying here. So buckle up. So this is what the Daily Mail is reporting in regards to this whole situation. So they report this. The estranged wife of suspended GMA3 host TJ Holmes has expressed her, quote, disappointment at the way he has flaunted his affair with his co-host and lover, Amy Robach. I have not reported on every time they've been photographed out, but when we talked about him filing for divorce, I did mention them cuddled up, at the Atlanta airport, getting ready to celebrate the holiday season with each other. Okay. They said, speaking through her divorce lawyer and exclusively to dailymail.com, Marliee Fiebig hit out at Holmes's, quote, lack of discretion, respect, and sensitivity as their 12-year marriage publicly crumbled. They said during the holiday season and in light of the challenging times, Marlie's sole focus has remained on the overall best interests of their 9-year-old daughter, said her attorney, Stephanie Lehman. So according to her attorney, they say, to that end, TJ's lawyer and I have been working together to move their divorce forward privately, expeditiously, and amicably as possible, said Lehman, head of the New York, New Jersey family law practice, Phillips Nizer. Notwithstanding, we continue to be disappointed by TJ's lack of discretion, respect, and sensitivity towards Marliee and the party's daughter. Marliee has been touched by the outpouring of support and looks forward to a new beginning in this new year. So the Daily Mail reminds us that they were the ones that exposed the T.J. Holmes and Amy Robach affair in late November. I can't believe, oh my God, now we're in January. With a series of pictures showing them enjoying flirty post-filming sessions at a New York City bar, alone time in each other's apartments, and 2 weeks before Thanksgiving on a weekend away in a secluded cottage in upstate New York. Daily Mail continues, it says, and once the secret was out, Holmes, who's 45, and Robach, who's 49, had made little attempt to hide. Last week, they were pictured locking lips while they were on a midwinter break in Miami. So as you know, both Amy and TJ have been suspended from their roles at GMA3 while ABC figure out what they want to do. I also believe they're trying to wait this out so that we will forget, but more and more information keeps coming out. And I said this in my last video, TJ, Amy, you played this all wrong. No one's saying that you can't be together. What people are saying is, like the Marlie's attorney is saying, their lack of discretion. Divorce your significant others and then wait a bit, and then move forward. They didn't do that. They continue, Holmes and Fiebig, whose only child, Sabine, turns 10 next week, has been married for 12 years, as has Robach and her husband, former Melrose Place actor Andrew Shue. Marliee, who's 45, is an attorney. She's the chief diversity officer for Save the Children Foundation. Oh my God, it's a sound effect of, oh, she is like an angel. She's the chief diversity, she's an attorney who's the chief diversity officer for Save the Children Foundation. But wait a minute, Jay-Z, you know how the whole Tory Lanez' father was blaming Jay-Z and Roc Nation for his downfall? Not Marliee used to work for Roc Nation. Okay, so first of all, we don't know a lot about Marliee Fiebig, but when he went on his social media in 2020, TJ, and was claiming that she is black girl magic and no, she really is. She was born in the Democratic Republic of Congo. She was formerly the vice president of operations and general counsel at Wilhelmina Modeling Agency and chief of staff at Rock. First of all, they spell Rock, R-O-C-K. Daily Mail. She was also the chief of staff at Roc Nation Entertainment Company. So is Jay-Z to be to blame for TJ's downfall? Well, according to Tory Lanez' father.
This girl is delusional.
She and TJ met back in 2009 and married in Memphis in March of 2010. Their daughter Sabine was born in January of 2013. Sources told the Daily Mail that Holmes and Robach crossed the line from close friends and co-stars to lovers last June while covering the Queen's Jubilee in London. A lot of you have been saying, well, they're separated and they're divorced. There were rumors stemming back to 2017, allegedly, of an affair happening between these two. So as you know, there's been a lot of recent holiday footage of Amy Robach and TJ Holmes in Miami, locking lips, cuddling up, all of these different things as they've been pulled from their show, GMA3. Not sure what's happening with their careers. Not like they could be fired immediately, especially for something like this, because according to reports, they didn't violate any ABC News policies. So according to sources that the Daily Mail has that's close to the Marliee, they're saying this. A friend allegedly says, I can only imagine how Marliee felt about the recent photos of Amy and TJ kissing publicly. According to the Daily Mail, they said Amy on this trip leaned into her co-host against a pier railing where they kissed and then hand in hand headed to a seaside restaurant for lunch and drinks where Robach rubbed Holmes's leg, laughing and kissing the entire time. Again, this friend says, I can only imagine how Marliee felt about that. And to think Marliee once considered Amy a close, trusted friend and part of her sisterhood. Such a betrayal. Well, if you've been following this story with us, I reported to you guys, allegedly, when TJ Holmes had the affair with the GMA producer, who was also good friends with Amy Robach, Marliee allegedly did not like the fact that she was such good friends with this person because she's like, you're supposed to be my friend. These couples, Andrew Shue and Amy Robach and TJ Holmes and Marliee Fiebig, they all used to hang out, okay? But not only that, Indeed, Marliee expressed her affection for Amy in an Instagram post, giving her a shout out as a part of her, quote, female village, and praised her for her love and support, and lending me her amazing daughter, Amy's daughter, to babysit for Sabine when she had daycare issues. Let's read the post. So Marliee posted this on her Instagram. Okay, and this was when was this? This was back in, I don't even know. Either way, it wasn't that long ago, guys. So Marliee posted this, and she says this in the caption. Hashtag challenge accepted from women I admire so much. And she tags a bunch of different people, including Amy Robach. All right. And to my female village from those close to me whose love and support are felt every day, and even relieve stress during a pandemic by lending me their own amazing daughters to temporarily babysit and solve my daycare issues upon my office reopening. And then she tags Amy Robach. To those I don't personally know who give a compliment or a smile in passing, or take the time to leave a kind comment or DM to my socials, or who reach out to ask for career advice or mentorship because I've inspired something in them, thank you as well. It is such support from other women, both big and small, that gives life to moments like this. And there's even a picture of Al Roker's wife, Deborah Roberts, who's a reporter, hanging out with Marliee and Amy Robach. So these circles are so intertwined. Andrew Shue has been quite silent. Andrew Shue's son did post a recent photo of him and the brothers together. That's a handsome, good-looking family. I'm just looking. I'm like, these kids, good-looking. They get it from their daddy. But finally, when I saw this news, I was at the gym, and I said, she broke her silence this morning? How did I miss this story? But you knew I had to talk about it because we've been following this story. I honestly thought this would be a 1 or 2 story follow-up. But here we are, 5th, 6th story follow-up. And I already know there will be another video once we get confirmation on what ABC News is going to do when it comes to their future, Amy and TJ's future over at Good Morning America. I've speculated that I don't see TJ Holmes returning to Good Morning America 3. I do see Amy returning there, and probably with someone new. All right. How's DeMarco doing? Is he still doing it? You guys will let me know in the comment section. How you doing, Marco? And I don't mean it like that, y'all. I'm just flirting. And I see TJ possibly going in another direction, but still probably under the ABC umbrella. Guys, as always, it's a new year, but same drama. Let's have the conversation in the comment section. I want to know your reaction to what Marliee had to say about his behavior, his recent behavior, and how this divorce has been playing out. She's trying to get out of this whole situation privately and move on with her life. And we wish that for you, Marliee. Guys, as always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Happy New Year, and thanks for watching.